Hello, everybody. So let's continue with Chapter 8. We're on Lesson 8.2, Equal Shares. We're on page 325 of the third grade Go Math textbook. And our essential question that you should be able to answer by the end of this lesson is, why do you need to know how to make equal shares? Okay, so unlock the problem. 4 friends share 2 small pizzas equally. What are 2 ways the pizza could be divided equally? How much pizza will each friend get? All right, so we have 4 friends, and they're sharing 2 small pizzas. What are 2 ways the pizza could be divided equally, and how much pizza will each friend get? So how might the 2 ways be different? Well, I think if you divided the pizzas differently, the size of the equal shares might be different. So depending on how it's divided, like how many pieces I divide each of the pizzas in, it would affect the size of the equal shares that I'm getting. So let's look at it. So they're showing us 2 different ways, okay? And it says, one way I can do it is to draw 2 circles to show the pizzas, all right? And then there are 4 friends. So they're saying that, well, one way I can do that is divide each of the pizzas into 4 slices, okay? So in other words, we're going to share one pizza each with 4 friends, and then we're going to get a second pizza, and we'll share that also with 4 friends, okay? So if we do that, how many total pieces are there? There's 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 8 equal parts. Each friend can have 2 equal parts. So let's look here. So the one friend can get 1 piece of this one and can also get 1 piece of this one. So he's getting 2, or she is getting 2 out of the 8 pieces. So each friend can have 2 equal parts. Each friend will get 2/8 of the pizza. 2/8. Well, another way we can look at it is to say, okay, so there's 4 friends, right? Well, why don't we just make 4 slices total? Okay, I only have to share it 4 ways. So if I cut this first pizza into 2 pieces and the other one into 2 pieces, don't we have 4 pieces? Sure. And so if we do that, then the one friend would have 1/4. I'm sorry, 1/2 of a pizza. Okay, 1/2 of a pizza. Here we're saying they're having 2/8 of all the pizza. Here they're having 1/2 of one pizza. So again, there's still 4 friends. We made 4 slices. There's 4 equal parts. So all right, try this. There are 4 girls to share the oranges. Draw a quick picture to show how much each girl gets. Okay, so we're going to draw the 3 circles. Okay, that represents the oranges that we're going to share, and draw lines to divide the circles equally. We're sharing with 4 girls. So if we take each orange and make them into 4 slices or 4 equal parts, okay, so we've taken the 3 oranges and divided into 4 pieces each. Now each girl can get 1 section of each orange. So 1/4 here, 1/4 there, 1/4 there. Okay, so what part of each orange does each girl get? Well, 1, 2, 3. 3/4. Is there another way we could have shown those 3 oranges being shared equally? There is. We could have gone this way. It is a little more difficult, but it would work. So remember in our pizza example, we said 4 people sharing 2 pizzas. Well, we could still share 2 oranges like this, okay, where one girl would get half an orange, and then we'd have to share the last one in pieces of 4, okay? But if we were to if you can look at this visually, if we put these 2 together, that would be this half, right? And this would be the same, okay? So, whoops, sorry. So 1, 2, 3 pieces. I didn't mean to color this part, guys. Let me cross that out. Put it over here. Okay. So again, we had 3 oranges, okay? 3 oranges, and we cut each one in half for the 4 parts, okay? And then the third one, I'm just going to make into 4 slices. So one girl can get half an orange plus 1/4 of the other one. So it's still the same amount when we look at it here. 1/4 plus 1/4 is half plus the 1/4 here. So they each get 3/4 of an orange. Okay, because if I take this piece here and put it here, she would have 3/4 of the orange. All right, let's look at 326. Melissa and Kyle are planning to share 1 pan of lasagna with 6 friends. They do not agree on the way to cut the pan into equal parts. Will each friend get an equal share using Melissa's way? Using Kyle's way? Yeah, they're just different shapes. Will Melissa's shares and Kyle's shares have the same shape? No, they won't have the same shape. One's a long rectangle and one's a shorter rectangle. Will their shares using either way be the same size? Will their shares either way be the same? Yes. So each friend will get an equal share using either way. Explain why both ways let the friends have the same amount. Well, when I look at this piece here, okay, this would be 1/8 of Kyle's. This would be 1/8 of Melissa's. Well, this one is just twice as long as this one, but half as tall. So if it's twice as long, but half as tall, it's the same amount of space. They take up the same amount of space. So okay, so this is the way I see it. That the parts, Melissa's parts are twice as long as Kyle's parts, but half as tall as Kyle's parts. So they are the same size, just not the same shape. All right, number one, two friends share four oranges equally. Use the picture to find out how much each friend gets. So there's two different ways we could do this. Okay, we have four oranges, and we need to share with two friends. Well, if I said friend one, friend two, friend one, friend two, they would get two oranges, right? Or I can take each orange, because there's two friends, and cut them into half. So each friend would get one half of all four oranges. Well, if we put two halves together, we get one. So another way we're saying this is um, each of them would get four halves of the oranges, which is the same as saying two. Two halves is one, so four halves is two. All right, number two. Eight sisters share three egg rolls equally. Well, so I'm just going to split each egg roll into eight equal pieces. All right. Yeah, I misjudged, but we're going to have take a rough estimate of the equal parts here. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so then divide the second one into eight pieces and the third one into eight pieces. All right. Now, so why did I divide it into eight pieces each? Well, there's eight sisters. So in a sense, we're sharing each 1/8 of each egg roll for the sisters. So you get 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. So how much of total did they get? They got 3/8 of an egg roll. Six students share four bagels equally. Okay, well, Let's try to make 6 equal sections. That's 4. Okay, well, that's not quite equal on that one. Let me try it differently. All right, that's a little better, right? Okay, so that's still 6 pieces, though, okay? So do that on the third one. All right, so 6 students. So show me on there how much one student would receive of each bagel. Okay, so since it's broken into 6 pieces, this student would get 1/6. Then we would also get 1/6 of this one, and then 1/6 of that one, and 1/6 of this one. Well, if we put it all together, how many slices of bagels did he get? We got 4/6 of a bagel. Okay, if we took all these pieces and put them from 1, you would see that it would be 4 out of 6. Number 4. Draw lines to show how much each person gets. Write the answer. 3 classmates share 2 granola bars equally. Okay, well, we could take the 2 granola bars and put them into just 3 total equal pieces. Or we could take each granola bar and break them into 3 pieces. Okay. So how much of each granola bar do the classmates get? Well, we get 1/3 of this one and 1/3 of this one. So what's the total? 2/3. 2/3 of a granola bar. And we can visualize this by saying, okay, so if this friend got 2 of the pieces, another friend would get 2 pieces, and a third friend would get 2 pieces. Okay, so 2/3. They each get 2 pieces out of 3 parts. 4 brothers share 2 sandwiches equally. Okay, so if we take each sandwich and break it into 4 pieces, that's one way we could do it. And so if we put that together, they would get 2/4 of a sandwich. Or let's go back to these again. And what if we just made 4 total cuts? Well, in that case, we could say each brother would get half of a sandwich. Okay, and then again, we see that if we take this 1/4 and put it with this 1/4, it's half of the sandwich. Okay. Number 6, draw to show how much each person gets. Shade the amount that one person gets. Write the answer. 8 friends share 4 sheets of construction paper equally. So let's draw 4 rectangles. And there's 8 friends. Well, what if we took each piece of construction paper and cut it exactly in half? Would I have 8 pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 pieces. 8 pieces to represent each friend. And so if I was one friend, I'd receive half of one sheet. So half. Or I can take the 8 pieces, the 8 sheets of construction paper, and split each of the papers into 8-size pieces. Okay, so if we take each page and split it into 8 pieces, each friend will get 1/8 of the paper. So in that case, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, or 4/8 of the paper. Okay, 4/8 is the same as 1/2. All right, number 7. 4 sisters share 3 muffins equally. Okay, I'm just going to draw 3 circles. Okay, well, this seems like the four friends sharing 3 oranges. 4 sisters share 3 muffins. Well, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to break these into 4 pieces each and shade in for one sister to show how much she would get. So one sister would get 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. 3/4 of a muffin. Okay, and again, we could also look at it as 4 cuts, and then the last one into 4ths. Okay, so the sisters would get 1/2, which is 2/4, plus the 4th here would be 3/4. Maria prepared 5 quesadillas. Okay, she wants to share them equally among 8 of her neighbors. Okay, so we take each quesadilla and make it into 8 slices. Okay, so do that first. All right, so we have 8 slices in each quesadilla. Why do we have 8? Because there's 8 of her neighbors. So this neighbor can get 1/8 of that quesadilla, 1/8 of the next quesadilla, 1/8 of the third quesadilla, 1/8 of the fourth quesadilla, and 1/8 of the fifth quesadilla. So how many parts did the neighbors get? 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/8. All right, number 9. Julia holds a bread baking class. She has 4 adults and 3 children in the class. The class will make 2 round loaves of bread. If Julia plans to give each person, including herself, an equal part of the baked breads, how much bread will each person get? What do we need to find? Well, okay, so let's go through here and look at some things here. We got 4 adults, 3 children, and Julia. So that's 8 people. How much bread will each person get? So that's what we need to find. All right, how will you use what you know about drawing equal shares to solve the problem? I can draw 2 circles and divide each circle into 8 pieces, or draw 2 circles with 8 total pieces. All right, so let's draw our 2 loaves of bread, and let's do the first one. So if I take each circle and divide into 8 pieces, okay, one adult or child or Julia will get 1/8 of that loaf and 1/8 of that loaf. So they would get 2/8 of the bread. Or we can take the bread and instead just make 8 total pieces. Okay? And so if we have 8 total pieces, if I was one of the 8 people, this is the part I would receive. Okay? So I would receive 1/4 of the bread. So I can either get 2/8 of the total bread or 1/4 of a loaf. Okay? And look, if we put this together, it's the same amount, right? This piece here comes here, it would match this one. So each person will get 2/8 or 1/4 of a loaf of bread. All right, number 10. Laura and 3 friends share 3 sandwiches equally. So that's 4 people, right? So if we take and split each sandwich into 4 pieces, they're sharing it equally. So 1, 2, 3. So they would each get 3/4. Okay, now, is there another way of looking at it? Well, let's put our, okay, so there's our 3 sandwiches. This time, let's just make 4 total pieces on the sandwiches. And then we'd have to, since I already got 4 pieces here, I would just split this last one into 4 slices. All right, so if I was Laura or one of her 3 friends, I would get half of one sandwich and then 1/4 of another. So I'd get 1 and 1/4 of a sandwich as well. Okay, so this is half plus 1/4. This one is 3/4, but they're the same amount. They're equal. Okay, if we put these 2 pieces together, we'd have If we put these two pieces together, you'd have half plus an extra 1/4. Here we have 1/2 plus the extra 1/4. Okay, so those are the two different ways of writing them. So in our next session, when we work together, we'll be working on unit fractions of a whole. So until then, may the numbers always be in your favor.